Hello YouTube, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting in a Fan. I hope and pray that all of you and yours in YouTube land are happy and healthy and safe and well. How are you? Right now the time is approximately 5:15 p.m. Eastern Time, and the date is Sunday, December 6th, 2020. The moon is waning in Virgo and the sun is transiting in Sagittarius. I feel really good. I want to tell you, last night I slept so beautifully and so deeply. I don't remember the last time I slept so deeply and was able to sleep in late. You know, I'm not a morning person. I'm not. I have, you know, adapted well, for the most part. But there are times when I actually have the opportunity to sleep late, and I milk those days for all they're worth. I think it is safe to say that today was the only day this week that I am able to sleep late, because just mentally reviewing the rest of my week, all through next Sunday, I will not be sleeping in late any day at all, and that's fine. I wanted to do a quick little check-in video, just let you know that I'm doing well and hoping that all of you are doing well as well. And I feel really good. Yesterday I had both Drake, also known as my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos, and I had the honor and pleasure. Hello Isis, why are you hissing? Oh my goddess, she's hissing all over the place. She's crotchety. I mean, she really is crotchety. And, you know, I don't think that she's a bitter bitch, but I used to be a bitter bitch. And Isis, the alpha female, is my feline familiar. She is my witch's familiar. So she absorbed all the negative characteristics that I had, you know. And yeah, so there you go. Like I was saying, both Drake, also known as my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos, and I had the honor and pleasure of decorating the Christmas tree of the Priestess of Grove Argentum, who is, Grove Argentum, as some of you know, is a Manhattan-based chapter of the International Fellowship of the Goddess Isis. I have been an initiated companion for almost 10 years. It's so wild. It's so funny because I was an outer court member for almost 10 years, for 10 to 11 years, and then I became an initiated companion. And that was in March of 2012. So I have been an initiated companion for almost as long as I have been going to Grove Argentum as an outer court member. Isn't that so wild? I mean, that really is wild. So we helped her decorate a Christmas tree, because she's a witch every day of the year except for Christmas Eve, or as we Cubans call it in Spanish, Nochebuena. And we had a great time, and we caught up on things, and we helped. I personally love decorating a Christmas tree, or as I prefer to call it, a Yule tree. And you know, I don't remember offhand when it was, but it was sometime after I began dating my divine consort, and I call to magical folk, I call him my divine consort. Around other people I call him my life partner. But I'm very literal, you know, and it's so funny because I was talking about this last night. You know, my life partner, my divine consort, and I very rarely have a short conversation. Like when we talk about things, it's usually like lengthy conversations. You know, and yes, most of the time I'm doing the talking. Haha. But seriously, it's, you know, every once in a while I'll have a thought. You know, mainly because of something that I saw on the internet or something that I read in an article, you know, even offline, and I'll have a thought, do we need to get married? And then I'll turn to my life partner / divine consort and I'll say to him, do you feel like we need to get married? And then he'll say, no. And then I'll say, I feel the same way. That conversation, from the time that I'm thinking about it until the final word, lasts less than 30 seconds. It is the shortest conversation we ever have. We have had this conversation, no lie, 3 to 4 times in the 8 years and counting that he and I have been together. And it is amazing to me It is the, we have had multiple conversations about one thing. Either buying a piece of furniture, or paying a bill, or one of the cats, never mind all three of them, or something else. And when it comes to, I mean, it's amazing to me. We will have multiple conversations about one topic, but the topic of getting married is always under 30 seconds. It has never been longer than 30 seconds. It's usually closer to 20 seconds, but it is amazing to me. It is the only conversation he and I ever have that is like the shortest conversation we have ever had about anything. It's wild. I think it's wild, and it stupefies me because we have like lengthy conversations about everything. We have lengthy conversations about everything else, and the few times we talk about somebody, you know, because we really don't talk about a lot of people. I mean, sometimes I'll express a concern about something, or I'll express interest in someone, rather, you know, like, oh, this person is interesting and this is why I find them interesting, you know, like a celebrity type of thing. And, you know, it's like, it's always a short conversation. But it's never 30 seconds short. It's never like, you know, but it's usually like under 5 minutes. Maximum 5 minutes. I mean, even when the few times we talk about politicians and politics, it's never a conversation that's more than 5 minutes long. But consistently, every single time we've talked about getting married, it is under 30 seconds. So I have no problem not being married to him. Plus, you know, we've somebody that was a dear friend had jokingly said that I'm Beyonce and he's Jay-Z. By the way, yes, I am the Beyonce of this relationship and he is the Jay-Z of this relationship. So, you know, it makes sense that, you know, I forgot where I was going with this. Anyway. So all that aside, you know, I can't help but think back to a video that I did in Philadelphia when I was on my Philadelphia vacation. And I remember I woke up one morning and I was still waking up and I was still like half asleep, and I'm like, you know what, I need to do a video about this. And the video was about, I am no longer interested in apologizing for being happy and being successful and thriving and being fulfilled and having a lot of great things happen to me. I am painfully aware of the fact that 2020 has been a massive crap fest for a lot of people. I am absolutely aware of that. And yet, I am no longer interested in toning down my joy, my success, the wonderful opportunities that are coming into my life, and the wonderful opportunities that have yet to arrive that I have intuited. But I'm just like, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not doing it anymore. So when I'm happy, I show it. When I'm successful, I don't lie about it. You know, I think that, and it's so funny because, you know, a lot of people have continued blaming a certain individual that I happily and constantly refer to as number 45, and, you know, for the pandemic. And I'm like, how long are you going to keep blaming him? He didn't do anything to prevent this. He didn't do anything to make this better. But are we going to spend the rest of our lives blaming this man for his inaction, for his ineptness, for his, ineptness is not a word, I know, but it just came out of my mouth. You know, the fact of the matter is that the individual that is commonly known as Donald J. Trump did nothing to help people regarding, and to help the country regarding COVID-19. Yes, I am crystal clear about that. But I think it's ridiculous to spend the rest of our lives blaming him for that. We know he didn't do a good job. We know that he did nothing to help this country overcome that challenge. We know that. Okay? Now what are we going to do? I know what I'm going to do as a witch. I'm going to do everything in my power to eradicate COVID-19's existence with as much magic as I can obtain. as I can acquire, as I can use. That's my responsibility. I'm going to sign every petition that I can find that helps people overcome the challenges they're facing because of COVID-19. I'm going to do everything in my power, metaphysically, magically, and mystically, to help this country and this planet overcome the ravages of COVID-19. But I have neither the desire nor the intention to keep blaming people for something that they didn't do. Because you know what? I am better than that. By the way, all of you in YouTube land, you're better than that too. You may not know it yet, but I know it. I know it. You're better than that. So YouTube, thank you as always for honoring who I am and what I do. Thank you so much for all the likes, all the shares, all the comments, all the subscriptions to my YouTube channel. Thank you for all of you who have already scheduled your sessions with me. And I am absolutely so over the moon with joy that I will be able to go to all the places that I need to go to this week, including but not limited to Poughkeepsie, New York, Cold Spring, New York, and of course Beacon, New York. I am so thrilled that I will be back at Notions and Potions. And as a reminder, you don't have to physically be there to have a reading with me. You can have a reading with me in person if that is convenient for you, or you can have it by phone, or you can have it by video, or you can have it by email. Whatever works best for you, that's how we're going to do it. And there you go. I wish all of you and yours many peaceful, prosperous blessings, and stay tuned for the next video.